Hello and welcome to Pebbles for the 6th of December. Let's start by lighting our candle to remind us that this is our special time with God and together. Right, today's story is all about a family. Here's a mummy and a daddy. Oh no, they're not very good at standing up. And here are their children. Sometimes the mummy and the daddy say lovely things to the children. They say, "You're so good at running. Shall we have a treat and watch a movie together? Well done for tidying up your toys." Do you think that the mummy and daddy love their children? They certainly sound as though they do, don't they? Aren't you clever? The way you can ride your bike now. Shall we do some baking together? But sometimes the mummy and daddy sound a bit more grumpy and cross and say things like, "That's a naughty thing to say. You need to say sorry now. If you won't share your toys with your sister, you'll have to go to your room for a bit. I don't think you were very kind then." And sometimes they just sound very, very angry. And they shout, "Don't you ever cross that road on your own again. Don't you go out without telling me where you are." Do you think that mummy and daddy love their children when they're saying things like that? Well, yes, of course they do. They're trying to help their children to stay safe and learn to be good and happy people. It's not good if mummies and daddies are always cross. But sometimes they have to be a bit cross to help us, don't they? We have to learn how to share, how to tidy up, what's an okay thing to say and what isn't. And we definitely have to learn not to run out into a road because we could get hurt. So sometimes being cross is all right. And sometimes we have to say sorry. There's a story in the Bible showing that God is a bit like a good mummy or daddy. It's about John the Baptist, who our church is named after. John knew that a special king was coming. The special king was Jesus. John also knew that people needed to get ready to follow this special king. So John went about on the edge of the town shouting, "God's special king is coming. You need to get ready. Come and say sorry for the bad things you do. Try to live a better life." John knew that God gets cross with the bad things we do, but that he still loves us and wants to help us be better people. So John went about shouting about this. He often sounded a bit fierce, but that's because he knew people would be happier if they said sorry for the bad things and were ready to follow Jesus. At the moment, it's a time called Advent in church, and we're getting ready for Jesus coming at Christmas. One way to do that is to say sorry to God and to mummies and daddies and brothers and sisters for the wrong things we sometimes do. And if we say sorry, God's always ready to say, "That's okay. I love you." In fact, he loves us even if we don't say sorry, but we don't feel as good. Shall we sing a song about how if we say sorry, God will say, that's okay, just like good mummies and daddies do? It goes like this. If we say that we are sorry, God forgives. If we say that we are sorry, God forgives. When it's large or when it's small, He will still forgive it all. When we say that we are sorry, God forgives. Goes like this. When we say that we are sorry, God forgives. When we say that we are sorry, God forgives. When it's large or when it's small, God will still forgive it all. When we say that we are sorry, God forgives. When we say that we are sorry, God forgives. When we say that we are sorry, God forgives. If it's large or if it's small, God will still forgive it all. If we say that we are sorry, God forgives. I hope you were singing along. Now, I wondered what we could make that might help us say sorry if we do something a little bit wrong. So I made a little sorry man. Shows up better like that. A little sorry man. He looks quite sorry, doesn't he? He knows how to say sorry. He can help me. If I feel a bit bad because I've done something but I'm not very good at saying sorry, I can get him and he can help me. He can help me be a little bit sad about what I've done and say sorry to the person I did it to. I wonder if you might like to make a little sorry man. I made mine out of a peg, a pipe cleaner and a little bit of paper. Shall we finish with a prayer? Dear God, we thank you that you love us. We thank you that you love us so much that you don't like it when we do nasty things or naughty things. We thank you that if we say sorry, you're always there to say, that's okay. Help us to say sorry to you and to the people that we upset. Amen. Well, I hope getting ready for Christmas is going well. In a couple of weeks, there'll be all sorts of things to collect from church to help you celebrate Christmas. I hope you've collected your junior church pack with things to make. If you haven't, there's probably still a few left in church, and then you can bring them back and they can be used to decorate our church and make it look lovely for Christmas. Have a lovely week.